Hey everyone, it's Heidi coming to you from sunny Florida. Today is Monday, August 29th, and this is episode 18 on my YouTube channel. I will be talking about my knitting, some crocheting, and some cross-stitching. I have it all covered for you. A warm welcome to any new viewers who came by to check me out, and welcome back to my returning viewers who keep me going and motivated on this podcast. Today I'm going to talk about all three things: knitting, crocheting, and cross-stitching. I got it all in and I gave it all some love. And it's been a good week. I'm getting better and better since my accident. It's been almost 4 months with my fingers, so they're getting better and better. So today is a gloomy day here in Florida. This is the season where hurricanes start brewing around, out there in the ocean, and it rains here and there, and then it will stop and be sunny. So we'll see what today will bring. I don't know. I got a lot of things to do, and I got to get out, and I hope I'm not caught in the rain. So I only have one finished object, and I guess you can say two. One's very small. But it was fun to do, and I just did it yesterday. It took me a couple of hours, and boom, a finished object. I guess I could write that in my journal. I'm trying to journal all my finished objects for the year, and then at the end of the year, I want to see how productive I was and how much I got done. I saw it last year, and it looked like a fun thing to do, to keep track of all that you've done throughout the year. So let's get going. Grab a drink and enough chit-chatting about that stuff, and let's get to the good stuff, which is the knitting, crocheting, and cross-stitching. Okay, my one finished object are my scrappy socks. Here they are. Okay, this was just scraps in my stash that I've been dying to do a scrappy sock. I've never done one before, and I have to say it is very addicting. You just want to go to the next color, and the next thing you know, boom, you got a sock. I used a size 1, 2.25 millimeter needles. One sock I did magic loop, the other one I did two circulars. I wanted to see if it made a difference in like the jogs between the stitches with the magic loop. And I think that there's a slight difference, not much. I still get a little bit of like a hole when you switch colors, and it drives me nuts. I don't know what to do. I pulled tight on that second stitch so it won't show. It still does. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing two circulars or magic loop. It doesn't really matter. I love doing them both. Sometimes I'll do DPNs, but very rarely for socks anymore. I really like two circulars the most. And the magic loop happened to be easier in my hands, so that's why I was doing it, but I wanted to see if there was a difference in the holes there. So I was happy to say I did another toe-up sock. That's not my norm, but I'm liking it more and more. And I did an afterthought heel, and I like that too, because that too doesn't require a lot of thinking and really not counting at all either. So that was kind of fun. I think I might do this for a while, the toe up and the afterthought heel. And what else can I say about it? It's my own vanilla type sock. And do I have anything else to say? Well, okay. I did 60 rows for the foot. I did 40 rows for the leg and 20 rows for the ribbing 2x2. And that was it. I did a size like the small, the 56, because that fits me the best. But I think for future, I'm going to go up to 60 if I want to make it for somebody else, because they fit me nice this way. So, and I have a small foot. So that's it. A nice pair of socks I could put away. I think I'll keep these, or if there ever happens to be a time to give somebody, maybe I'll gift it. I don't know. Okay, then yesterday I was hanging out at the yarn shop, and actually the week before, and we saw these cute little pumpkins there. I know it's only August, but everything for Halloween is out. And I said I wanted to make it, and it really is simple. A free pattern And it's crochet, so I was happy I got that in. And I made a little pumpkin. Look how cute it is. I used the yarn Circulo. I don't know which base it is. Oh, I think it's Amigurami. I can never say that right, but that's the yarn base, and it's by Circulo, so it's a cotton yarn. And 1, 2, 3. I did make a boo-boo. I don't know what I did. This is why crocheting is difficult for me, because I'm a lefty. I don't get much help out there, even though now it is, there are people out there. But when I'm on my own, anything goes. So I'll show you my little mistake. And there, like there's a gap in here. I don't know why that is. The rest of it doesn't have it. But there, that gap is. I don't know what I did, but I'm going to do it again because it doesn't take much time. I might do different colors also. I'll see. Then, when I was talking to this young girl at the yarn shop, she said she was crocheting for 20 years. She was new. She was sitting with us, and we were like, how old are you? Because she looked so young. Well, she was only 25, and she's been crocheting for 20 years. Amazing. So anyway, she said not only she saw these pumpkins, or she saw us make them, but she also said there was some cute little Halloween coasters. So I started that with the same yarn, because this doesn't take much, you know, it's like nothing. So I started a coaster last night, and that seemed like fun. So we'll see how that goes. So that's it, my finished objects. I have some works in progress, and since I last spoke with you, I started some new ones. One is a little bit of a dilemma, and I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm going to have a sip of my mojo. Okay, works in progress. I'm going to first go with my mystery road trip. Let's just see how I'm doing on this. Okay. Here it is. It is coming out so pretty. This is a mystery road trip by Really Clear Designs. For the last 3 years, they've been doing featuring a state that they visited and got inspiration for. And this year, Florida had to do it. I think I want to do one every year because it's for all the different states. Last year was Maryland. I never did the first state, which was Pennsylvania. But I could still purchase the pattern if I wanted to and do the Pennsylvania state. Maybe at the end I'll do it. So this is on a size, well, you use 2 sizes, 3 and 4. I'm on the smaller size now for this section. And the yarn is by Baah yarns, and the base is La Jolla. And there's 4 different colors I'm using, which is, let's see, Primrose, Toumaline, Falling in Love, and Pink Sand. Yay, I remembered them all. And I'm up to this section. Actually, it just got done. And this section was inspired by one of the designers. There's 2 of them. And she went to Tallahassee, Florida, and she went to a museum. And there was this pathway that represented like a zip line. It kind of like looked like a zip line to her. So I guess that's where she got this from. Pathway and then a zip line type look. The one before was something with dunes, high dunes, and I forget what area. But anyway, this reminded her of the museum that had these pathways that were kind of like a zip line. I guess maybe you were above ground and you're walking along that. I really don't know. I've never been there. Tallahassee's not close to me at all. And anyway, that was the inspiration. So what else can I say about it? That's pretty much it. So like I said, size 3 and 4 needles. There's beading involved in between on these borders. There's some beads. Let's see if I can get a shot of a bead in there. Can't really see them too good, but in person they're more obvious. And that's it. So I'm on leg 3. There's like 7, 8 legs. I'm behind, but I'm doing it, and I love doing it because there's different stitches. So that's it. And the last time we spoke, I was here. So I did about 3 inches, not bad, for a couple of weeks because I was doing other things also. So that is my mystery road trip to Florida. The next one is, oh, this is a lot of fun. I get a Yarny subscription by Vicki Howell, and a few months back, she had like a decorative piece to knit or crochet. That's what's nice about her subscriptions, is she has a pattern for knit and a pattern for crochet. I did the crochet pattern, and it's a table mat, which means, it's like a decorative piece. You put it on the table, and you put a vase under it or something like that. Anyway, I'm almost done with it. You could make a coaster. The pattern says you could do a coaster, a small table mat, which is this, and a big table mat. But I think with mine, it kind of looks like the large one, and I'm starting to run low on the yarn. So I might end it before it tells me to end it. Anyway, the yarn is something I've never used before. Let me see if I can get it. Chicken Coop Dye Works. I've never used it. And this is their Little Miss Prissy yarn base. And the color is Prom Dress. Size 5 needles. I'm going around and around. I first started doing magic loop, and then it's getting big. So now I can do it all in one in the circle. And that's it. It is a sport weight yarn, and it's really pretty. It has a lace section, then it has a knit, lace. I really love doing it, and it's going really quickly. And that's it. So the next time we speak, I'll be having another finished object, and hopefully I can put it underneath a vase or some kind of decorative piece. I like it so much. Maybe I'll make one of these for somebody else as a gift. I'll see. Okay, that's number 2 of my works in progress. Okay, the next one is, I got influenced by somebody on Instagram. They're making a Mandala Afghan, and I loved it so much that when I was watching her, I wanted to do it too. And it's through something I would never have done before. Annie's kits. She's got a lot of kits on their website, and they you pay like a set price once a month for like this one is like for 10 months. You pay a price, and they send you the pattern. They send you all the yarn for it and tutorials. Thank goodness for that. Well, anyway, I'm going to show it to you, and it's crochet, so I'm happy that I'm doing it. Crochet is not easy for me. This is the beginning of it. Isn't it so cool? I'm so excited that I'm doing this. All different kinds of stitches. Now, I never thought I could do this because I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do these kind of stitches? But they have a tutorial for every step of the way. I don't even need to read the directions. I follow it, and then it's just repetitious the whole way around. So it is wonderful. I highly recommend it to you because you're not going to get stuck for a challenged crocheter. This is working out great. Oh, I love it. But I did make a mistake because crochet is not my bag. I'm not great at it. And especially going in a round, I get confused the beginning of this round, the end of the round, what's a chain stitch and what's a regular stitch. And I did lose some stitches along the way. I don't know what happened. I'm short like 8 stitches. But I'm going to make it work. So every time I come around, I end up in the right spot. Even though I'm short 8 stitches, I guess it's an even number. I don't care. I'm making it work. I'm just going to go with it. It won't be as big. It'll be 8 stitches short. But I'm only human. I make mistakes. And normally I would rip out. But since it's all working out when I get to the end, I'm going to keep going. It'll just be a little bit smaller. And I finally got smart. Even though I was watching the tutorials and watching what she did, I did put a marker like at the end of my row. So I can try to figure out the beginning, what's a chain, what's not. I'll figure it out. So I'm using a size G hook. I'm not sure if they recommended H or a G, But because of my fingers and the tension isn't so great with it, I went with a smaller hook because I won't be as loose, if I have a size G instead of a H. The yarn is something called Premier, and it's made for these Annie kits. It's worsted, it's heavy as can be, but I love it that I made it's like a work of art. So cool. And anyway, the pattern, this one is Floral Paradise, is another one that's more bluish. I wanted this because it had more of the lighter colors, the green, and there is some blue and some beige and like a salmon color. Anyway, I do when I can. I could only do this while watching on my iPad the tutorials. But it is so fun, fun, fun. And it's going to get bigger and bigger because you increase like almost every row. Okay, that's it. Now, my dilemma. Like I said, I'm only human. I make mistakes. This one, I'll probably need help with. I don't know what I did wrong. Anyway, everybody is doing this. It's very trendy, and it was being done in my membership at the Love and Stitches membership, led by Natalie known as Nitty Natty, and they were all making the ranunculus sweater. I'll post a picture up there of what a ranunculus looks like. It is designed by, what's her name? Midori Hirose. I don't know if I said it right. I tried. And boy, did I goof on this. I'll tell you in a minute. This is what it looks like. And it looks sweet as can be. Look how sweet that is. This is the top, the yoke, and then that's with my hand, where I'm at. So the yarn, I won a prize through one of the Discord chats. And the yarn, I think, is from Mystic Yarnery. Holly Beth is the dyer. And this was the gift that she gifted me. And I love the yarn. Anyway, so it's on a size 10. I was moving so smoothly. The yoke is beautiful. You don't really have to do the sizing yet until you're ready to the bottom. But I wanted to do short sleeves because I live in Florida. And when it's cool out, I could at least wear this kind of thing because it is like a little heavier. Even though it's a fingering yarn, it feels like a heavy fingering yarn. So it's going smoothly. I'm in love. I'm addicted with the whole thing. I get to the sleeves and the direction says one for long sleeves, one for short sleeves, okay? So I had to do a bunch of increases. I get to the short sleeves. I said, okay, I'll do it. I said, let me try it on. Trying on was a PIA, which means a pain in the you-know-what. And I used another cord. Stitches came off. The disaster was unraveling before my eyes. Then when I finally get it on, the sleeve underneath the arm, it's so snug. It's terrible. So I'm like, I can't live with this. What's the point of making this? It's not going to fit me. I'm trying to perfect my sweater skills. So I said, thank goodness I talked to people before I got to the sleeve part. And they said, before I get to the sleeves, put in a lifeline. Thank God I did that. I put in a lifeline. There it is. I'm going to rip it down to the lifeline to before I got to the sleeves. I spoke to somebody at the yarn shop. I tell you, the yarn shops, they're like a brick and mortar. They're more than just a yarn shop. They're a resource. They're a learning. It's like a school and it's a social thing. So I need to add more stitches around the sleeves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my lifeline and I'm going to go put them in where I am. I'm going to try to see where the increases are. And I'm going to do like the long sleeve section. I'm just going to stop where I want to stop. So it's not that long. I'll stop, where it's best. Because the short sleeves was very confusing. You're binding off. And it gave like just a very tight edging on it. So I'm saying forget that. I'm going to improvise, and if I need help, I'll talk to my people from the membership. I can go to the yarn shop and get some advice there because I really love it. And you're on a size 10 needle, so it has a lot of give. I'm hoping that everything fits, but I learned from talking to people that the key to making these things is to try on. It's the only way to do it. And to be honest with you, they're right. I tried on, thank goodness I didn't go any further because it is so snug under there. So what I'm gonna do also is, because it's snug, it's for what the size I picked for the increases, I'm gonna go a couple of sizes more for that section. After I'm done with that, I'll try it again, but this time I used another cord. Things still fell off because I guess it's big. I'm just gonna do the old-fashioned way and put in waste yarn. That way I could have a long strand and do it that way. I'll deal with putting the stitches back on off the waistline later. I've done it before. So anyway, it's so cute. I gotta get this right. Unless it's really gonna put a damper in my mood if I don't. This, I'm putting it back, is housed in my project bag made from CB Crafty Girl, also known as Carla, who has a great podcast called Carla Knits, and this is her patchwork project bag that I liked, and that's from her. Check her out, she has some wonderful bags, and I love her podcast. Okay, so that was my dilemma. When I have the headspace and time to sit, no interruptions, I will try to get this right, because it is sweet. Okay, the other work in progress is not knit, not crochet. It is my cross stitching. I am loving getting that back into my life more often. It takes a break from the knitting and the crocheting, and it still gives me that zen that I need to, get my mood in the right spot. Okay, here it comes. It is, I found this on Facebook through the Cross Stitch Facebook page, and I couldn't resist it because somebody posted a picture of a motel in Helen, Georgia, named the Heidi Motel. And I had to have it because they named a motel after me. Look how far I got. This wasn't, last time I podcasted, and if you're new, I only had like part of this main building. Now I added this. I thought maybe I could get it done by this podcast, but frankly, cross-stitching is not fast at all. This alone, this section, could take you 3-4 hours, maybe even more. That's what it is so far. I'm almost up to the part where I'm getting to the windmill. I'll show you a picture of it real quickly. So I'm using, I don't know, maybe it's 28 count linen, like a cashel linen that I got from the cross stitch cupboard here in Fort Lauderdale, or Wilton Manors, Florida. This is gonna be the final result. You can't see here, but here they are, the windmill. I'm just about up to that part, then I'll put in the words Heidi's Motel, and then I'll back stitch it, and then get it framed, and I have, a perfect place to put it, right in the front when you walk into my place. So that's it. I'm using just regular DMC floss, and it doesn't require a lot. Actually, this doesn't cost that much to do this whole thing. I just bought the linen, and I had most of the colors. If not, I just got a couple more for like $2-3, and that's it. So those are all my works in progress. There's a couple of things coming up that I'm going to be casting on. One of them is going to be, I don't know if I'll get it done. It's only for the weekend of Labor Day. It's a little bit of a knit along or crochet along with CB Crafty Girl, or Carla Knits is having a little make along for Labor Day weekend of a hat, because hats are pretty quick. I am going to try to do a color work one, because I already have the 2 colors and I have a lot of it. I used it for my fingerless gloves and there's so much left over that I'm going to make the hat with the 2 colors. I'll post a picture. It's called the Mary Jane hat, and I'm going to do that. And then I was going to do another hat. Oh, another hat as a gift. I bought 2 colors, and that's the brioche starter hat. Another one, I already did one in pink and black. This time I'm going to do turquoise and black. I'll post a picture of that too. So those are my upcoming things that I want to do, along with a million other things, but that I know is in the back of my mind. And I'm dying to start another Musselburgh hat. Musselburgh, or I've been hearing lately, Musselborough hat. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but you all know that anybody that's done one, what it is. So that's my dream. I have 1 acquisition, and I just love it. It is a watermelon sock bag. This is from the White Rose Fiber Company, also known as Courtney from the Knit Now Swatch Later podcast. And I love her bags. I have at least 5 or 6 of them. But the reason why I wanted the watermelon is, 1, it's my favorite fruit, and 2, when I was pregnant with my firstborn, he was born in the summer. It was so hot. All I wanted was watermelon. So I said, go get me a watermelon, even at 9 o'clock at night. So me and watermelon have a close bond. So I got this cute little bag. Let me open it up. Oh, look, inside is like watermelon seeds. How cute is that? I didn't even look inside. And then on the end, she always puts her signature rose as a progress keeper or a stitch marker. And I love her bag. So now that I showed you guys, I could put something in it. Maybe not just a sock, maybe a hat would be good too, since I'm thinking about doing those hats. Because now it is time to think about gift making for a lot of people for the holidays. So that's my acquisitions. Let's see. Life. Well, before I get to life, I also finished a book that I could recommend. I don't read as fast as I used to. It's not like I'm not a fast reader at the time. I only read before I go to bed or when I work out at the gym. So I wish I could read more, but I'm either watching a podcast, and it's like making choices, read or watch a podcast. And of course the podcasts are knitting or cross-stitch related. So it's feeding into my hobby. So anyway, the book is called This Tenderland by William Kent Krueger. I think that got that right. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. It's about some orphans that were placed into an orphanage run by, it's like a Native American school. And at the orphanage, there's 3 orphans, and then this one little girl who wasn't an orphan, but she was a daughter of somebody that worked for the orphanage. Anyway, at the orphanage, there was mistreatment, abuse, and all of that. So these kids said, let's get out of here, and let's try to find a better life. So they found a canoe, they went along the river and stopped at many places, and they found all kinds of people along the way that helped them and also got into trouble. There was definitely trouble amongst them that they ran into, and actually they were fleeing from some things. But along the way, they learned more and more about themselves and what they wanted, where they wanted to be and where they belong. And I loved it because the land that we live in, it's possible to find out where you belong or where you want to be. And people helped along the way, and then there were people that didn't help along the way. But it really, to me, my perspective is, in the end, everybody wants to find where they belong, their home, wherever that might be. Everybody wants to be in their home, find their home where they want to be at. And that's what I got it from. And in the end, I don't want to give any spoiler away about it, But that's the bottom line is we all want to belong. We all want to be at home. And I highly recommend it. It was a great, great book. So it's called This Tenderland by William Ken Krueger. I'll post a picture of what the book looks like. So basically, life, it's kind of been a little doldrum. Nothing like exciting to report. I went to the yarn shop a couple of times with some friends, and my son is getting married in less than 3 weeks, so I'm getting ready for that, making sure everything is fit into play. My plane is all set, the rental car is all set, where I'm staying is all set, I'm hosting a dinner, that's all set. So I'm good to go. It's just, my hair appointment. So it's just the packing, get what I need to know, because I'm a girl that can't be without conveniences. But where I'm staying, there's plenty. I always put in the back of my mind, there's plenty around. If I run out of something or if I need something, I just go to that. So that's what I'm looking forward to, the wedding. So I'm going to end it there. I don't want to keep babbling on. It was so nice chatting with you. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, click the like, and I would love it if you subscribe to me. And I'm at 91 subscribers. That is amazing to me. And when I get to 100, I am going to give a giveaway. I don't know if it'll be yarn, or I was thinking maybe a gift card to Etsy, something fun that I am so appreciative for you guys watching me, checking me out, taking the time to see what I'm up to. And I hope that I inspire you or motivate you to do what you love. So subscribe, and I can't wait to give away. I love giving away stuff. It's a win-win. The person that gets it loves it, and I love that I can give to somebody. So that's it. I wish you all peace and love in your life, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.